Okay, so in this video we are going to iterate a list. So let's create a list first. Okay, so my list is just a variable, right? But here in this variable you can store multiple values, and in this list you can say the list is containing a sequence of value, right? So what are the sequences? These values are the sequences, you can say. First value, then second value, then third value, then fourth value, and then fifth value, right? Okay, so there is some space problem. Okay, so these are the sequences of values. Okay, this list is a sequence of values and I want to iterate it. Iterate here means you are going to access each item sequence by sequence. Okay, so to access it like that you have to use the for loop. There are different ways. First let's try with the for loop, and in for loop you have to give a new variable here. You can give any name here, like I give x here, or you can say a here, right? A is my variable here. So after giving a new variable, write a keyword in, and then you have to pass the actual value. Actual value means I want to pass this whole list here. So I will write the name of the list. Okay, when I will click on enter, right, the you can say the cursor is not at the right space. You can say there are some spaces, right? It automatically comes here in the pie chart. You need not to click on the space bar to get the space. These spaces are for the Python itself while you are using the statements like this, while loop, if loop. We will study it later. So let's execute it here. So I have passed my list here. So what it will do, the a is a variable. A will access this sequence one by one and store this value here, right? For example, for I, first is it will access 1, right? And then whatever statement I'm going to write here, then it will execute that particular statement. For example, I write print I, right? No, print a, because my variable is a, right? So what it will do, it will access this sequence, and then for example first is 1 is accessed, and then it will be printed because I have given this statement print a. Then it will go back here again for in the for loop. Then the sequence will go to the next value, then it will be printed, then next, and this will happen till we reach to the last item. So for loop actually access the sequence of anything. You can say the sets or the tuples, or you can say the list, and it will keep on executing till you reach to the end. Okay, this is how for loop works here, right? Okay, so let's execute it. There is some problem for a in the list, syntax error. Okay, so you need to give this column here. Okay, now run this again. Okay, so now it has printed. So for a in my list, all the values one by one are printed, means it has iterated the whole list. Okay, the another way you can do this same thing by comprehension. What is this comprehension? What you can do is you can write the whole thing in a single line, right? I can write print a, now space. Okay, so what this will do, this will access this variable, right? And I have given the condition later on, right? But whole this thing must be inside this bracket. Okay, and you have to remove this column. Now this is the right way, and now run this again. Okay, and if you have not seen the output properly, let's change the values 3 so that the output is clear. whether it is executed for the same thing. Okay, you see the list, I change the list, and this list is, you can say, the value are printed, the sequence of values are printed 3 5 3 4 5 6, right? Okay, this is the comprehension way. Next way you can print is by using the while loop. Okay, while loop we will do in the upcoming videos, but let's see a little bit how we can iterate the list by using the while loop. Okay, so first you have to create a length is equal to length of my list. Okay, what this will do, len is a function which will give you the length of this list, means how many values, or you can say the how many members are there in the list, and length is just a variable and we are storing that value. For example, 1 2 3 4 5 6, so these are the 6 values and length is a variable which will store the value 6. Okay, in the next line, now we are going to give the while condition. While before that, let's define one more variable, I is equal to 0. Why we have given the value 0 to the I is a new variable, we have given the value 0 because the indexing in the list start from 0 1 2 3. So in the beginning the value will be 0, and in the while loop what we can do is I less than length, and length is storing the value 6, right? So this while will execute till the value is less than this length, less than 6. Why less than 6? Why not 6? These are the 6 values, then we need to print all the values, but as we know the indexing will start from 0, so 0 to 5 are the indexing here, right? We know that the values are 6, but indexing is from 0 to 5. Okay, so inside this now I want to print list I. Okay, so here is the difference, we are not printing the I, or you can say the length. Here we are accessing the list, my list, name of the list is my list one by one by using the range, by using this index, right? This way we are using the way by using the index. Okay, so this will print the value at the index 0 first, because the initially the value is 0. 0 is less than length, means 0 is less than 6, then it will be printing the 0th index value, which is 3, and then it will keep on iterating. Okay, okay, so but to execute each item what we can do is this must keep on incrementing. For that you can give this thing. What this will do, this is going to increment the value. If you I and then int is equal to 0, which is initially 0, and this will do this will do I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, means the increment. When the value is incremented, this will go back here in the while statement, it will check the statement again. If it's true, the next index value will be printed, and when the last value is 5, for the fifth value, right, fifth value it will be printed, and then it will increment, the value will be 6, and for 6 the condition will fail and the while loop will terminate. Okay, okay, so let's run this. I while length invalid syntax, there is invalid syntax, I am not write the colon here. Okay, so print this again. Okay, so the whole my list is printed here, the sequence of values. Okay, okay,